Pancho, why are you lying? Pancho, why are you lying? Do you know what the word stalking means? Did you look it up in the dictionary? Let's look it up together, shall we? Okay. Kids today, what are you going to do about them? Only problem is the Pancho doesn't seem to be a kid, so he has no excuse. Charli D'Amelio is being stalked by you-know-who, and here's a picture of me. So Pancho, who doesn't want to get a strike against him, he already got a strike against him for lying and for basically abusing the YouTube rules. He doesn't want to get a strike against him, and yet he right there deliberately accuses me of stalking somebody. Pancho, I already explained to you before that when you do this kind of thing, it's very dangerous. Because what it does is it makes people who just see the title think that I am a cruel person, a crazy person, and I am just an animal rights activist. I'm against animal exploitation. That's why I'm here. So how important is it that you get money from your viewers? Like, is it really that important that you'd want to put my life in danger? Because people start to think I'm some crazy person and then they start to come after me, Pancho. If something happens to me, do you want to be held responsible? Now look, I'm just having fun here, with our little friend, but I expect an apology from you. That's not okay. You have a lot of followers who think that they can come and repeat what you're doing. So it's magnified what you're doing, Pancho. It's not okay. Now let's have a look at the definition, okay? The definition of stalking. Stalking. I don't know if you guys can read that. Stalking is unwanted and or repeated surveillance by an individual or group towards another person. Did I survey and give her unwanted attention? Did I do it? It says stalking behaviors are interrelated to harassment and intimidation. Pancho, I'm on an app and it's called TikTok. And people do things on TikTok, as you know. And on TikTok, other people react to those things. It's normal. It's what everybody does there. Now, if you think that I am stalking Charli for simply doing a 15-second video about her, you're here doing over an 8-minute video about me, and how many videos have you done about me? Who is stalking who? Pancho, are you stalking me? Are you harassing me in an unwanted way? But you don't want to get another strike on your channel. So why do you continue to do this? It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Where's my marker? Pancho versus Charli. See, I put a dot here because I almost wrote an E at the end. Then I remembered her name doesn't have an E at the end. Pancho, I want you to be an animal rights activist. I don't know, but there's a pile of you guys. There's like all you guys, there's all the TikTok guys. Everybody is against that vegan teacher simply because they don't want to stop eating animals and they are suffering from cognitive dissonance. Your head, Pancho, and your heart have not aligned together. You haven't figured it out. You're really stuck. And it's normal in a way, okay? It's normal that you're going through this phase where you keep thinking that you're a good guy, but you keep paying for the rape, the torture, and the murder of innocent animals who never did one single thing wrong to you, who never wanted to die, who don't want to be imprisoned. They don't want to be enslaved. They don't want their skin ripped off of them. They don't want to be cut up and end up on your plate, Pancho. So how can you morally justify accusing me of stalking when you're the one who has done how many videos criticizing me just because I want to try and save some animals' lives? Like, what do you do with people who actually hurt animals? You don't attack them. Why is that? Don't you find that weird? Like, why would you treat somebody who is working day and night nonstop trying to raise awareness about the suffering of animals, and you don't actually attack the people who are actually paying for the murder? Doesn't that seem just odd to you? Doesn't it seem just fucked up? It is. It's messed up. And somewhere in between here, you know it. Pancho, you can rise above the others here on this YouTube app. Is it called an app? I don't know. You can rise above people here and you can change. You have enough followers that if you become a vegan animal rights activist, you can bring a lot of people along with you. And you know exactly why I did a video about Charli. You know exactly why. Because I'm trying to get the attention of her fans, because I want the attention to go on the animals. It's not on me that I want the attention, Pancho, and I think you know that. I am constantly asking people to watch the important documentaries and to read the abundance of literature about how animal agriculture is terrible for the environment. It's not good for our health. We cannot sustain this going forward with more and more people being born and more animals being killed every single minute of every day. Does this not weigh on your conscience at all? Like, not even a tiny bit, Pancho? So Charli and Pancho, you lied. You lied big time. You're getting like 5 X's for that. It's just totally not okay. In fact, I should give you probably 20 of them, because it's not just a little lie. It's literally the caption on the front of your YouTube video. Basically, you're telling anybody who doesn't know me, okay, imagine this, okay, you're a random person, you never heard of that vegan teacher, you're scrolling along, and you see that vegan teacher is stalking somebody. And you just keep strolling. But that's the only thing you remember in your head, is that she is a stalker. And then the next time somebody says something about that vegan teacher, the person's going to say, oh yeah, I heard she was a stalker. And they already have a negative idea in their mind about me. And I literally did a 15-second video trying to encourage her fans or anybody else to make sure that she knows that she has this ability to influence so many people. If she just wore a shirt that said the word vegan on it, and she became an animal rights activist, she has how many millions of followers, Pancho? Why would you do that? So for those of you who don't know yet, Charli is I think she's 16. I don't know if she's still 16. I don't know how old she is, but she's not an adult yet. And she dances on this app, and she's a great dancer. And I noticed that on her little, the place, what is it called? An icon where you like similar to this thing. What she has written there is Black Lives Matter. So somebody told her to do that during the time that George Floyd died. Somebody said, to honor him, why don't you put Black Lives Matter there? And so it occurred to me that since there are billions of innocent animals that die every single year, and 3 times a day people pay to murder them, that maybe if Charli knew that information, that she would think, you know what, maybe she will write the next time animal lives matter, because they also matter. We need to care about all of the sentient beings on this planet. I don't know if I should show your video, Pancho. I don't know if I should do that. I know there's a lot of stuff in there. It's kind of a waste of time. Let's show part of it at least, okay? So, Charli, what does Charli do? Charli dances. Charli gets a check mark because she is, doing her thing as a 16-year-old. I don't know anything about her, honestly, except for that she's famous and that she's dancing. And yes, that I deliberately go and try to find people that I think maybe if their fans could get a hold of her somehow, or somebody like anybody that I basically challenge. But I will talk to anybody. I'll talk to a neighbor. I'll talk to the postman. I'll talk to the pizza delivery guy. I'll talk to everybody. So I just happened to see a video of Charli dancing, and I thought, oh, this would be cool. Imagine if she had a shirt on that said, I'm against animal exploitation. Like, how cool would that be? While she's dancing for 15 seconds, it would blow everyone's mind. Everybody would be like, what's that mean? They'd start to Google vegan stuff, and then they'd learn. You understand, Pancho? So Charli is just innocent because she doesn't really know yet. I'm going to assume that she doesn't know. I'm going to assume she's in a kind of a bubble with her family, and she has bodyguards now, I guess. And, you know, she's in her own world of celebritydom, and, you know, she's sheltered. Somebody like me would never get access to her mind or her heart with my information, because she probably doesn't know that I exist, and she probably will never know that I exist. But her multitude of fans might see the video and say, who's this person who wants Charli to wear a vegan shirt or some sort of ethical message on? Who's that? So they might learn. Do you understand, Pancho? I think you understand fully well. What am I going to do with you? So what stops you from being brave, Pancho? This is what I want to understand. Okay, Pancho, you have seen so many of my videos, right? I don't know, I think in this video you said you made 8 videos of me, and you didn't say one thing about how we should stop exploiting the animals. So for each of those, how about I just give you a giant total of another 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more X's. Now, Charli, did Charli ever say anything bad about that vegan teacher? Nope. So she gets a check mark. Did Charli ever talk about how she thinks that people should keep on exploiting animals? No. So she gets a check mark. Oh, Pancho, let's watch a little bit of it.
We can't manage work like this. That's why I use...
Oh, boy, the sound's not working. Now, what did I do wrong? Oh, I think I know. Wait. Internal.
Monday.com.
Okay, commercials.
To manage projects, sales, recruitment.
Well, you see, at least I'm not getting an ad for any kind of meat or dairy product. That's good. At least they figured that out.
You'll like this video for a piece
Oh
of
my fucking god! What the fuck is your problem? How is this funny, Pancho? How is this in any way okay with you? Here is somebody trying to save the lives of animals, and you put dead animals right at the beginning of your video. I guess this is a cow. So you're basically telling the world that you are okay with people hurting cows just for taste pleasure, because there is no other reason to eat them. None. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has stated clearly that you can be vegan. You have stores near you. What kind of a human being would do that on purpose? Why do you keep eating these animals? Cognitive dissonance only lasts a certain amount of time, Pancho. It takes 100 clicks to become vegan. Now, you have been stalking me. Actually, never mind this. You've actually been stalking me for months. So you know exactly what I stand for, Pancho. You've seen lots of my videos. You didn't just stumble across the Charli video just by accident. You had to go looking through it. So you know how to hurt me. So why would you deliberately try to hurt somebody? And how many of your followers will actually look at this video and think, you know what? That guy is kind of a jerk. I guarantee you that at least a few will. Probably not many, because everybody does eat animals. But a few of them, Pancho, will think, you know what? She's got a good point. She's not doing anything wrong. She's just a caring human being who doesn't want the innocent animals to die for no reason. Pretty sad. So here you talk about me, and you don't say much nice. And there you are playing your violent game, I guess. Let's have a look. Let's see if in your video, if you're saving animals here or not.
Self-plugs because I'm an asshole. Go follow my Instagram, bro. It's at Pancho's Death.
Yeah. Yeah, you are an asshole. I don't know what happened here.
Let's
go forward here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's the ad that wants to keep playing.
Things getting awkward with your project management tool, causing frustration
on the server, so I encourage you all to join. Go check it out. Apparently, she didn't start the Renegade. She just got popular off of a 16-year-old on TikTok playing golf or something. It was Tommy in it with the usual.
Okay, wait.
To
So
convert
yeah,
people
you're
to
just.
veganism.
What are you doing here? Running?
She's also just clout chasing, bro. Like first, it was.
I'm not sure what this whole bro thing means. It's sort of like a kind of a fad that you guys are going through. Seems slightly disrespectful, but hey, I don't know.
Tommy in it. Second, it was Gordon Ramsay. Third time.
Okay, so I don't know what you're doing. It looks like you have. What do you have there on this guy's head? Like some sort of plus, like you're trying to kill somebody? Why would you try to kill somebody in a game? Like, how is that fun? Reminder to everybody to subscribe to my channel. Anybody who's watching this, any of Pancho's viewers, who actually has a dog or a cat, and you can understand how cruel it is that if anybody wanted to hurt them. Now imagine me. I see dogs and cats and all animals as being sentient beings who are caring, loving animals. You know, they just want to be with their families, just want to be cozy and cuddly, and they don't want any harm. They just want to mind their own business. You know, animals have nothing. The only thing they have is their life. And yet we take that away from them. People like Pancho do that. And they don't just do it themselves privately. And, you know, if it would be one thing if he just ate the animals on his own. And, you know, it's terrible, of course. But to actually promote more death and more suffering, it's so horrible. So here's the video about Charli. For those of you who don't know.
Charli D'Amelio, ladies and gentlemen. So how this all...
So she's this young lady, and she does singing and dancing. And what I did, and which he doesn't even show here, Pancho doesn't even bother to show exactly the video that he keeps promoting all this. Look in between here. All kinds of other just video games. Like, why are you showing video games in the middle of talking about veganism and meat? What does it have to do with anything? Is it because your video would be too boring if you just spoke normally? So there she is dancing normally. She just has the...
I'm Rihanna.
And he cuts over the talking because the music, because he doesn't want to have his video banned. I guess he cares about not having his video banned. And yet he called me a stalker right on the front page. And then, let's see, I'm going to try and see the part. Then he gets more and more of this video game. More and more. And this is where this is the part where he tries to show. But you see what he does? He cuts off things. And here where I wrote, he uses a voice to mimic mine in a derogatory way. And what I wrote on my little 15-second video is, ever wonder how many billions of lives Charli could help save if she became vegan and her fans followed? And I wrote, let's find a way to contact her. I'm not sure exactly what I wrote, but let's find a way to make her aware of the vegan message, was essentially what I'm trying to say. And then I put some broccoli here, and there's also some little hearts, and that's it. Does this look like stalking to anybody? Did I go to her home? No. Did I go to her place of work? No. Did I call her and hang up? No. Did I do anything wrong at all, Pancho? Except try to make her aware that she doesn't have to eat animals and pay for their exploitation. I did nothing wrong, Pancho. So what Pancho doesn't, so this is it. Basically, in the rest of the time, he's basically showing me talking about not eating animals, and he's making fun of me in a couple of little videos here. I mean, on the one hand, it's good that he is drawing attention to my account, so let's give him a check mark for that. He has actually mentioned the word vegan. That's good. Let's give him a check mark for mentioning my account and for mentioning the word vegan. Now, Charli, I can't give her any X's because as far as I know, she hasn't done anything wrong. Let's look over here. Earthling Ed is somebody who you should look at. I encourage you to do so, Pancho, so you can actually learn the reasons. I think you already know them though, and you just really don't care. But there's a great speech that that this guy, Earthling Ed, has done, and he has a site where you can go and find all the different excuses that people use to keep eating animals. And you can watch those videos. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if it's on his playlist, I guess. Let me see. I can't remember exactly. Oh, wait, it was, see, 30 days and 30 excuses. So this is, I've shown this general channel before. I don't know how to mute this quickly.
So the first excuse that will be addressed.
Did you see that video? That's the kind of commercial I get. I get because they know I'm a compassionate person and an organized person. They send me ads that are about organizing your life, and they send me ads about helping other victims in Yemen. It's interesting. We don't all get the same ads. If you're getting ads for McDonald's and KFC and so on, think about what that means. They've figured out that they can preach to you. What you should try to do is talk more about veganism. And you'll get ads that'll help you to become a better person. So this is Earthling Ed, and he's talking about the different excuses here. And you can see here, can you love animals and eat them? My personal choice is my personal choice. And I love how animals taste. So let's just go with that one for you, Pancho. You love how animals taste. And so maybe this will help you to become
Now, the one thing that people...
Maybe this will help you, Pancho, to become a better human. If you use the excuse, well, I just like the way that they taste, because that really is the only reason that I can think of, unless you actually are not educated, but I think you are. I think you know that you can be completely healthy by eating vegan foods, right? I think you know that.
People always use to not go vegan is that they like the taste. They love the taste of animal products like bacon and fried chicken and cheesy pizzas. And I know that I was once the same. I love the taste of animal products as well. And I didn't go vegan because I stopped enjoying the taste of them. But the question I'd ask to anyone who does say they couldn't go vegan because of the taste of animal products is, do you value taste over life? Are your taste preferences more important than the suffering and life of a living animal? The reality is we require more than sensory pleasure to morally justify an action. Someone in China could say they could never give up eating dog. Would that make it morally justifiable for them to continue killing and eating dogs?
A lot of kids who are watching don't actually know that they eat dogs in different parts of the world. If anybody here has a dog right now, or a cat, they also eat cats. I want you to imagine how much your animal, your dog or your cat is part of your family. And just imagine that somebody took your dog, kidnapped your dog, and put him or her in a cage like this. Look how tightly confined they are. They are petrified. They have no idea what's going on. They're just like, where is my family? Where is that boy in the house who loves me? Where is the girl in the house who loves me? Who's going to come and rescue me? And nobody's going to come to rescue them. And do you know how they kill them sometimes? They literally put them in boiling water, alive. Now you might say to yourself, but I'm not eating cats or dogs. But what is the difference? Pancho, what is the difference between doing this to a cat or a dog or a pig or a chicken or a cow? In all the ways that matter morally, they are the same. They see, they hear, they taste, they feel, they want to be comfortable. They want to be free to go outside in the fresh air. They don't want to be hurt. Pancho. My dog Bella looks a little bit like this one. I can't even imagine for 1 second how I would react if somebody tried to hurt her like this. I would lose my mind. But you know what's crazy? If somebody actually hurt my dog, there isn't a whole lot that would go on. They wouldn't be put in jail for years as if they hurt my child. Let's say my grandchild at this point. Okay, I have a grandchild. Now, if somebody hurt my grandchild, of course, they would go to jail and it would be horrible and everybody would talk about how horrible it is. But if somebody hurts a dog, we don't have the same laws to protect the animals. We actually allow people, we pay people to kill them and hurt them on purpose. It's so backwards. Can you try to see it from a point of view of, let's say an alien landed on this planet, and on other planets all they do is eat plants, and here they come and they see us hurting dogs, and then or let's say they see us hurting chickens, cows, and pigs, and they see us loving and hugging the dogs. They would say, I don't get it. Why? Now, some people would say, well, because some are pets and some are not. But see, in China, they're not pets. Sometimes they are in some households, of course, because China is huge. And in some households here, pigs are pets, which is another story, because really animals don't belong inside our homes. We should only be having them if we are able to save them. We shouldn't be breeding them into existence. You know, there's dog shelters that have dogs in there that they are going to euthanize. That means they're going to kill them because they're not being adopted. And meanwhile, people are paying others to breed dogs, to create baby dogs, so that people can have them because they want a certain type. They're prejudiced. They want a black dog, or they want a white dog, or they want a short dog or a tall dog. They order them like they're ordering it out of a catalog, like it's an object. But animals are not objects. They shouldn't be bought and sold. Another thing that happens is that in these places, when they kill the animals, is they take their fur and they send them to other countries, and they tell people that it's, you know, fur from up north or something like that. A lot of people have coats and they think that they're wearing fox or something like that, but they're actually wearing dog fur. I remember before becoming vegan, I was in a store once, and I was walking by and I saw these cute little toy little cats. They were so cute, and I picked one up and I was touching it and I was like, wow, this feels like a real cat. And I looked underneath what it was made out of, and it was made out of a real cat's fur. Like, can you see how messed up that is? It was made in China. So somebody killed a cat in order to take off her skin, to cut it up and put it into a fake toy cat. But you know, I understand cognitive dissonance, Pancho. You know why? I mean, before I became vegan, I can think of a time when I remember when I was 12 in grade 7. Now I'm 56 right now. But when I was 12 in grade 7, it was a weird thing that everybody did. People had like a lucky charm. Do you know what a lucky charm is? You know, it's a different thing that brings luck. Supposedly it's all not true, of course. It's just based on superstition. But it was considered to be lucky to have a rabbit's foot. Rabbit's foot. So I was like, oh, everybody has a rabbit's foot. They sort of hang it on a little chain there, a little rabbit's foot. And you could buy blue ones or purple or whatever. So I remember I had some pocket money, and I was just like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go and get myself one. Everybody has one. I was in grade 7. I was in a new school. I didn't know anybody. It was a huge school. I felt really lost in there, and I was just like, okay, everybody has this. I'll get one too. So I had this rabbit's foot, and it didn't dawn on me that it was an actual rabbit's foot. It was blue. It was dyed blue, and it was soft. That's all you see, I didn't connect. And I think I was 12 or 13. We're all messed up, Pancho. We're all suffering from cognitive dissonance. It's where we think we're good people, but we're really messed up. We don't have things aligned. But you see, it takes 100 clicks until you become vegan. Now, those clicks come only when you let them in. I could show you 100 videos, but if you're not listening and paying attention and you're just blocking it off and distancing yourself, you'll never get the clicks, Pancho. But if you would just allow yourself to really sit with what I'm saying and to watch the videos, not with your guy friends who are making fun of them, but to really just look, go and watch Dominion.com. Watch Dominion.com. Just go and watch it by yourself. Or read through all of Earthling Ed's things here, all of his 30 excuses that people use, and really listen. And see what happens. And maybe you will get one click. Maybe with the next video, you'll get another click. Pancho, you're not a child anymore. I guarantee you that if you become one of the first of these type of YouTube guys who plays these violent games, if you become one of the first ones to actually change your mindset and start to make videos in approval of that vegan teacher and saying the things that I do right, even if you don't agree with all of them, you could make a video, for example, and say, these are 5 things that vegan teacher does that are okay, that are good. If you could do that, there will be so much support. Vegans will come out everywhere and do videos, and they will start to support your channel. And think of it, you already have how many? 300 something thousand? 300 and I don't know what. Actually, I lost your thing. But you have a lot already. You could do so much good. Do you really want on your tombstone at the end when you die, after you die, for somebody to come up and say, at your funeral, say, you know what? He knew about the animal suffering. He knew about it. That vegan teacher talked to him. And he did many videos trying to make fun of her. But he knew about the suffering. And he just kept paying into it. Time after time. Is that what you want your memory to be? Or would you like your memory to be, he did a ton of videos. He hated that vegan teacher. But then somewhere around mid-February of 2021, she told him that he needs to get the clicks and he needs to read Earthling Ed's site, and watch his videos. And she told him to watch Dominion by himself, and he did it. Imagine if that was the speech. He educated himself. He broke free. He became brave. Here's a message for you, Pancho. I'm going to write it down. Be brave. Be brave, Pancho. I'll add to that. Be vegan. Pancho, be brave and be vegan. And when should you start being brave? Start now. Start now. Let's finish watching.
You see, that logic could be applied to any animal, indeed, to whales, to dolphins, to cats, to animals that we love. So if you use this excuse to justify killing some animals, you have to use it to justify killing any animal. Now, what we have to remember is the inconvenience we go through from swapping what we buy to something different, to something plant-based, is nothing compared to the suffering that an animal must endure. When we eat a meal, it lasts for about 15 minutes, but death for an animal is eternal. Every single one of these animals that is killed for our taste preferences is an individual that suffers, that feels fear, that feels pain, and wants to live just as you do, just as I do, just as the animals that we cherish and love in our homes do. What right do we have to take their life from them just because we enjoy how they taste? To understand why this excuse cannot even come close to morally justifying exploiting and taking the life of an animal, we need only put ourselves in their position. The ability to feel pain, the ability to suffer, the ability to feel fear, and the inherent preference to live are not characteristics and traits that are unique to humans, but also apply to the animals that we kill and eat. We need only put ourselves in their position for a moment to understand why taking their life can never be morally justified. What if it was us in that farm or us in that slaughterhouse? Would it be morally justifiable for someone to take our life for sensory pleasure alone? It is not acceptable to inflict pain, suffering and death onto an animal that wishes to avoid pain, suffering and death. And the thing about going vegan is you don't give up any of those tastes or those textures. You simply swap the products you're buying. There are vegan alternatives for all the animal products that we eat, for the milk, for the meats, for the eggs, for the cheese. This means that we can get all the flavors that we enjoy from animals without having to abuse and hurt animals. As a vegan, I eat all the foods that I used to eat. I eat burritos, nachos, tacos, lasagna, mac and cheese, pasta bakes. I eat
All of these things are vegan. Let's go over that list again, okay, Pancho? And anybody else who's watching. These are all foods that are vegan. Easy to find recipes. Just Google healthy vegan recipes.
foods that I used to eat. I eat burritos.
Does that look bad? And again, it's not even about your taste pleasure. We're talking about an animal's life here. Even if all vegan food tasted absolutely horrible and all you had to eat was beans and rice for the rest of your life, it would still be your moral duty to do so. Because your taste buds are not as important as someone's life. And I know that if an alien came down and said the same thing to you, do you want me to eat you? Or do you want me to eat the tofu? You'd say, you know what, just eat the tofu, please. I'd like to live. Right? So just be kind.
Nachos, tacos.
Lasagna. Look at that. Yeah, it might taste slightly different than what you're used to, but you get used to things. Before becoming vegan, I used to eat all of the things that you guys eat. Burgers, everything. Think of every single meat and dairy product and egg product you ate, I ate them too. So if I can change at an older age in my life, then you guys, especially you who are younger, can also change. But additionally, I live with my she's going to be 81 soon, 80-year-old mother-in-law. She became vegan. I think, it was the same year as Bella, so in 2017. Imagine that. An Italian woman who ate cheese all her life. And the salami, prosciutto, all of those things. And we told her about being vegan, and because she always loved animals. We said, you know what? You're paying for this. And she just looked at the thing, and she just, it didn't happen just like that. At first, she was like, oh, that's not true. It doesn't really happen. And we educated her. And we said, look, she says, oh, that's just here in Canada. It's not like that in Italy. And then we're like, no, Rita, it's everywhere. Let's show you. And then we showed her some different footage of places in Italy. And eventually, she said, okay, I would like to try this, but I need to check with my doctor. So we found her a vegan doctor here in Montreal, and we sent her there. And this doctor was also not vegan his whole life. He was eating all the same things that you guys eat until he did research once when he was going to do a paper. He was going to do a speech about health, and he started doing research and realized, wait a second, I never knew all this. They didn't teach us this in med school. They didn't teach us this. I was taught that. I was taught this and this and this, and this is wrong and this is wrong and this. Oh my God. And he's in his 60s and he became vegan. And now, how do you think he feels if he gets a patient who comes in the door who's not vegan? Do you know what he says to them? If you're not going to be vegan, bye-bye. That's how strongly some doctors believe in the science of nutrition. It's medicine. You understand? Food is like medicine. I'm not saying that you shouldn't take medicine, antibiotics, or whatever if you're actually sick. But think about it. You have a car. What do you put in your car? You put fuel, right? If you just randomly decided to put water in your car, it wouldn't work. You have to give it the right kind of fuel. But if we eat plants, we can be very, very healthy. And we can save so many lives. And it's better for the environment. Because our eco footprint is so large when we exploit animals. We cut down massive areas of land, massive areas, to grow crops to feed the cows that we create. We create them. They're not out in the field making love. We forcefully impregnate them. We rape them. Do you understand, Pancho? There is not one single good reason to not be vegan, not one. And in this series here, 30 days, 30 excuses, you see that? Earthling Ed. Earthling Ed, memorize it, everyone. And go and watch all of these before you make any more videos. And the next video that you make, Pancho, you should say, okay, maybe I don't like this and this and this about that vegan teacher. It's okay if there's things that you don't agree with, okay? But don't lie and say that I'm stalking anybody. It's not ethically right, Pancho. If there's something you don't agree with, we can have a talk about it. But do your homework first before opening your mouth. Like, I've given you the homework. The homework is to research these things. Watch them. Look, this one is it's only 3 minutes long. You can watch these.
Lasagna, mac and cheese, pasta bakes, like hot dogs, burgers, curries, stir fries. It's never been easier with the internet to get recipes for cruelty-free dishes. In fact, you can veganize any of your favorite meals by simply using the internet and searching for a recipe. There are high street restaurants that have vegan options and vegan menus, and this is expanding all the time. It has never been easier to get vegan alternatives in supermarkets than it is today. So we cannot use taste as a justification for taking the life of an animal, because we require more than sensory pleasure to morally justify something. But also because we can get all the flavors, all the textures, and all the taste that we enjoy from animal products in a vegan alternative.
Right, Pancho? I'm against animal exploitation. Are you? Are you, Pancho? I hope so. So, Charli, she has 3 check marks. Pancho, you have 2 check marks. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 X's. Pancho, from now on, I want you to be brave, be vegan, and I want you to start all that now. Okay? And next time when I hold up this sign that says, "Are you vegan yet?" you're going to say, "Yes, you are." Oh, guys, this is so cool. That sign, it looks pink to you guys, right? Guess what color it really is in real life? Take a guess. I'm looking at it here, and it's green because of the green screen. It made it pink. That's so cool. And it matches my background. Come say hello if you're vegan. Okay, if anybody's vegan. I talked about this sign before, by the way. Before COVID, I used to, and before I had, before I wasn't really on YouTube. I didn't know, I was trying to do little things on Facebook, and I was getting nowhere with animal rights activism. I mean, these poor animals were suffering so crazy, and I was just stuck in a little loop of a few friends and trying to do things and, putting signs outside my house and so on. And then I discovered TikTok and realized I can send my message out to so many people. But what I used to do before is I'd go during the day if I was finished work early or at lunchtime at work or whatever. I would just go to a little cafe and I would, get my little lunch, and I would put this on the table, and it said, "Come say hello if you're vegan." So that's a little way of sort of welcoming somebody. I'll just put that down here. And somebody would see the sign and come up and go say, "Hi, I'm vegan." And I'll be like, "Oh, come and sit down. Let's have a chat." Of course, this was all before COVID. But yeah, so that's another way that you can do vegan outreach. And here, look, Pancho. You don't want to hurt a little piggy, do you? Look how cute. Never did one oh, blocked off. Oh, that way. Hold on. See? Never did one single thing to you ever. They're so cute. They're so innocent. And they kill baby pigs at just 6 months old. It's the saddest thing. These little piglets are born and they don't even get to see their moms. Their mom is in a tight crate. She can't even turn around to look at their faces. I mean, it's absolutely heartbreaking. They're born on metal floors. They're born among their poop and their pee. And sometimes because they're forced to have so many babies because they're raped, they are forced to have sperm put inside of them. And then they have so many babies that it's not unusual that one of them will be born dead or will die after they're born. And so I've seen videos, they're just heartbreaking, where you see the little baby pigs walking around and they're just like, "Where am I? What's going on? This is life? This is not so nice. Where's my mom?" And they're trying to find their mom. And then they find a baby brother or a sister. And so they just put their head on their dead brother or sister. I mean, I just sobbed my eyes out, Pancho. I would just bawled my eyes out when I saw that. It's just the most heartbreaking thing. If anybody's interested in learning more, I ask you to subscribe. You can always unsubscribe after if you don't like it, but I'd love to hang out with you guys. And for those of you who are watching this, oh, I should have said this at the beginning, because I often do those premieres, and I just, people are allowed to comment. Anyway, it's a bit too late now, because I'm sure all the meat emojis will already be there. But I ask you, if you're watching this, and you're one of those people who likes to post pictures of bacon and things like that, just think to yourself, what is it in your own ego in your head that makes you do that? Like, how does that make you feel like a better person? And instead of doing that, find the ones that are the fruits and the veggies and just post those in the comment section. You know, just be nice. Or at least if you don't want to be nice, just don't do anything. Just sit there and watch the video. I know some of you I'm reaching. There's every day people are telling me they're becoming vegan because of me. And for those of you I haven't had a chance to sing to on TikTok, I try to sing the Happy Vegan Declaration Day whenever I can, but there's always, every day, many, many people becoming vegan. And I want to thank you so much on behalf of the animals. And if you can, make yourself a shirt like this. And I'm going to try to get some merch, as you guys call it. I'm going to try to get some things that people can buy if they want. You guys tell me, do you like this? Would you wear a shirt like that that says, I'm against animal exploitation? I think it looks pretty nice. Anyways, you guys let me know. Because right now I'm not really getting any money. You see, the problem is, you can monetize videos on YouTube. That means you can get some money, which I didn't know at first. I'm getting no money at all from TikTok. I don't get any money. But at some point, you know, I got to start paying my own way around here, because I'm not working presently at a full-time job anywhere else. So I'm working here, and because it's my passion, and it just means too much to me. I really have to undo all the harm that I've done, because I hurt so many animals, you know, by, like you guys, eating them over the years. And I want to spend the rest of my life trying to undo that and trying to help to have a vegan world as soon as possible. And remember that veganism, oh wait, let me finish my point. So anyway, when it comes to YouTube, if I show animals that are suffering, I will not be able to monetize the video. But that is, you see, so I could easily do videos like Pancho does, and he's going to make a lot of money on his videos, because he's very careful for what he does. He doesn't show any animal suffering. But Pancho, I urge you, just, you know, watch some of the videos at least on your own time, and you can still show animals in different positions and talk about their suffering. But I will still show the suffering, because I think it's important that you guys see it, even if I don't get those particular videos monetized. Everyone, on behalf of the animals, I salute you, those of you who are vegan and trying to be. Here's our cute little pig to say goodbye. Okay, I love you guys who are vegan, and for those of you who are trying, I love you. And for those of you like Pancho, I don't love you. But maybe I could one day, but right now I just think you're kind of mean. Okay, try and be nicer. Be vegan from now on. Woo! See you next video.